Inflation is high, I know, but a lot of people have a spending problem. They have spending problems. They spend too much money. Yeah, we get it. The economy is rough. Things are very expensive. Prices continue to go up, which means you got to spend a little less. The problem is they got spending problems.
One thing that I have noticed since starting my own business is that there are people out there that did not and have not lived above their means. They've made $50,000 a year. They've made $60,000 a year, and they are doing very, very, very well. They didn't go out and buy a whole bunch of outlandish cars and have to spend, have $1,000 payments like I did and things of that nature. And they have built themselves a quite nice little nest egg, just living comfortably and not living lavishly.
Yeah, you're spending your money on dates. Let's talk about dates. A lot of people don't want to talk about this. A lot of women get upset when I bring up the coffee date and things like that. But I'm going to talk about dates. You meet a girl, you ask her out, you ask her what she's doing. It's a Saturday morning. You ask her what she's doing. She's not doing anything. You ask her to go out. You should ask her for a walk. Walks are free, right? She doesn't want to do that. She's like, you know what? I want some coffee. Coffee date, $10, $15. A lot of women probably just going to say no. They're going to get upset about that. They're going to ask you to take them on to dinner, or they're going to request or maybe suggest dinner, right? That dinner date is $50 to $100, possibly even more, depending where you go. Got a tip, 20%. First date, you meet her, you talk to her, it may even go nowhere. You wasted $50 to $100. Now let's just say you do that 2-3 times a month, right? That's $300 or $150 to $300 a month that you're doing on dates for first time dates. I'm not talking about your girl. I'm not talking about your woman. I'm not talking about your wife. I'm not talking about a woman that you have met and that y'all are on third or fourth, fifth date. I'm talking about that first date. Why do you have to pay so much money in the first date? You have a spending problem. That's what this video is about, your spending problem. So you get your first date, first time you meet her, hey, go for a walk. If it's nice outside, you live in somewhere sunny, Florida, California, the weather's nice, or the summertime, go for a quiet, quick walk, right? Doesn't want that, or if it's too early in the morning, go for some coffee, talk it over, have some conversation. Avoid the dinner dates. It's too expensive. You have a spending problem, and you're spending your money on dates. That's the first thing you got to cut back on, brother.
How much money do you think you should spend on the first date? At the max, like no more than 300. 300? No more than 300. Yeah, that's too much.
And I know you're wondering, where's he going with this? Why is he talking about dinner dates and prices and walks and coffee dates and things like that? Basically, I'm trying to address your spending problem. You have a spending problem. So I'm talking to my brothers out there. You have a spending problem. If you're going on 3 or 4 dates a month with a person that you don't even know, you have a spending problem. Instead, take that dinner date money, put it in your pocket, go on a walk with her, go on a coffee date, something real cheap, something real simple, look for something free, put that money in your pocket, right? Then take that money, put it into a brokerage account, and buy something called the Cheesecake Factory. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not trying to recommend a stock to you. I'm just saying a suggestion. And I'm trying to give you some information, right? The Cheesecake Factory symbol is cake, C-A-K-E. It's on the stock market, right? Price is $46.82 for one share. Cheaper than paying for dinner at the Cheesecake Factory for you and your significant other, which is not your significant other. It's just a person you just met, maybe off the internet or just met out in the street, first time, right? It's cheaper to buy one stock. And guess what? Guess what? They pay you. They pay you every year for one stock, $1.08, right? I think that's like 20-something cents a quarter, right? Because 4 quarters, it pays you every quarter. So let's just say you went out 3 times with 3 different people, right? Instead of spending all that money, times this by 3, times that by 3, right? And you own this, which means every year it goes up, or every time you buy a new stock, the dividend increases, right? With each stock you buy. Also, this stock may grow because idiots keep going to dinner with people they don't know at the Cheesecake Factory, which increases the company's revenue, which increases your stock price, right? which may or may not increase the dividend price because they're making so much money off the people that go on these first dates with people they don't even know. So I'm trying to get you guys to understand that, right? You have a spending problem. And it's just one example. There's tons of restaurants, Capital Grill, Olive Garden. They are owned by Darden Restaurant Group stock. So if you continue to spend this money, you're going to increase the stock value of somebody else's portfolio. Why not buy the stock yourself? You don't have to go out that many times. And you don't have to spend money on a first date if you don't want to. Now, I'm not telling you not to. I'm just telling you if you have a spending problem and you want to increase your investments, or you want to increase your income, or you want to have pocket change for the future, or have savings or something, you got to stop spending money and go ahead and buy some stocks. There's stocks out there. The restaurants you're going to is a stock probably, and they may pay you a dividend. So I'm just telling you, you have a spending problem. This is one way to stop that spending problem. Instead of going to the Cheesecake Factory with people you don't know, buy the damn stock and they pay you.
It's crazy how like you can really be addicted to buying clothes. I don't think it's an issue with having like a good retail therapy every once in a while, but it gets to a point. And honestly, and people may be thinking like, oh, you're dramatic, but it really feels like someone has to restrain me from not like buying clothes.
Another spending habit you guys have, or we all have, right? We all sneakerheads, right? But you have a spending problem. Most of us do. If you don't have money in pocket, you have spending problems, right? And one of your spending problems is you buy too many damn sneakers. Think about it. Look in your closet right now. I'm one of them, and I know you are too. Go look in your closet and see how many pair of sneakers you got. You don't need that many sneakers, man. You really don't. You really don't. I'm serious. Think about it. You don't, right? Instead, why don't you just buy a Nike stock? Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not trying to tell you to buy this stock. I'm just saying, take a look at it. It's a suggestion, right? Nike, $63.54 for one stock. That's it. It's cheaper than buying any pair of Nikes, mostly. Yeah, actually it is. It's cheaper than buying most Nike sneakers, right? And if you're a Jordan head, it's way cheaper, right? If you're Air Force, you like Air Force One, Uptowns, whatever you want to call them, they're a lot cheaper. I mean, it's cheaper to buy a stock than an actual sneaker. And guess what? It pays you a dividend. $1.64 per year for one share. It's about 40 cents per quarter that they pay you every 3 months for just buying one Nike share. And you want to ask yourself, like, let's put it this way. You're a sneakerhead. You want sneakers. You want to buy at least one pair a year, right? Then do this. Just buy 110 shares of this. So when you get your tax refund, start building up, some Nike share, buy Nike shares, get to about 110. Get to about 110 of them. 110 shares of Nike stock. If you do that, keep that, don't ever spend it. Because you have all those shares of Nike, you'll have enough to buy a pair of Jordans every single year for the rest of your life if you never sell your 110 shares. Just by having those shares. And also, this will grow, obviously. This price will grow, so you'll have your growth. I'm just saying, if you want to buy sneakers, if you can't stop buying sneakers, right? Just buy 110 shares of Nike stock. You'll have enough because they'll pay this dividend. Remember, it's $1.64 for every share, right? For every share, you get $1.64 a year. You buy 110 of those, you'll have enough to buy a pair of Jordans every single year for the rest of your life without selling this. You don't even have to sell it. Just keep it. Keep it in your portfolio. Just saying. If you got a spending problem, be smarter. Do your research. Again, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just saying, might be something to take a look at it. Take a look at the Nike stock. $63.54 for one share. It's down too, which means this has the potential for going up. We all wear Nikes. Look in your closet. I can look in my closet. I know. Go look in your closet and see how many pair of sneakers you got. You have a spending problem. And it's a habit of buying sneakers. It's addictive. I know. They keep sending you those little pictures of brand new sneakers and everything. So instead, pull back for a little bit. Pull it back. And you may want to take a look at the Nike. Buy one stock. They pay $1.64 per year. that increases as well. Remember, this doesn't stay at $1.64. It increases. Dividends go up, yield go up, prices go up, stock grows because people like us and yourself, we continue to buy sneakers. So you buy 110 of them, you can get a free pair of sneakers every year for the rest of your life. Not free, but they'll pay you just for having a stock. Just saying.
You can't handle the truth.
And here's the issue. The issue is you're spending too much money, right? You have a spending problem. You're spending more than what you bring in a month. You're spending more than you make. Do a budget. Create a budget. It's easy to start a budget. You can actually ask ChatGPT to create a monthly budget for you. And it'll input all the data you need, right? Open up Excel, make a little easy budget. You don't have to be all technical with it. And that way you can track your money. But you're spending more than you make, right? I did it. I did the same thing. But I'm telling you, you're spending more than what you make. And that's the spending problem. Like, you don't have to spend as much as you think you do. Just cut back, be smarter. And if you do want to spend, if you have a problem, take that money and buy some stocks with it. You know, look at the channel. I have a lot of recommendations, some things I have bought in the past. You might want to take a look at it. Do your research, buy some stocks that you know, but cut back on the spending because you have a spending problem. Your spending problems leave your pockets empty. You know, you're going to expensive dates. You're probably going on too many dates. You're buying all these sneakers for what? Who cares? Really think about it. Who cares what you wear in your feet except for yourself? And if you do, you only need like 2-3 pair of sneakers. You don't need 20 pair of sneakers. And if you want to have those sneakers, again, I did the math for you. Buy the shares, get to about 110. And that way every year, Nike will pay enough dividends and you can go ahead and buy those brand new Jordans if you need those, if you have to have them, right? But until then, you got to cut back on some things, you know? And I'm not preaching. It may sound like that, but I'm just saying, if you have a spending problem and you're complaining about spending and you're complaining that you don't have enough money in your pocket, I just gave you 2 examples on what you would probably spend your money on. And think about this past weekend. What did you spend your money on? I didn't even get the food. I could have went a whole video on just food, right? Of you sitting down in a chair, calling DoorDash, or putting your phone DoorDash, you know what I'm saying? Getting it delivered, and they charge you an extra fee, extra price for it. Did you know DoorDash is a damn stock? It's a growth stock too, which means it just started. That stock is going way up. About 20 years, that stock is going way up. Because you know what? People like me, people like you, and people like your family, your friends, keep ordering food from DoorDash. So instead of spending DoorDash every single weekend, cut back, take that little $10. You could buy a fractional share of DoorDash. Just saying, you have a spending problem. You could do something about it right now. You can start saving. 2026, you could prevent yourself from having a spending problem by saving. And if you don't and believe in the stock market, if you don't want to believe in me, or you don't want to look at my channel, you don't want to listen to this, you think it's nonsense or it's rhetoric or some BS, do your own research or just save. But if you save money and just put it away in the bank, it's not going to be inflation, right? If inflation is running 2% and the bank is only giving you like 0.6% or 0.06%, you're not beating inflation. And the way to beat inflation is by investing in the stock market long periods of time, a long time. It's basically what I'm trying to say. So just telling you, you spending more than you make. Is it worth it? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Am I full of BS? Let me know, man. Let me know. Like the channel, comment, keep it Econ 100, man. You already know.